Hi everyone. Today we're analyzing the last stage of a recent mid-range match that I shot. I'm using a Gruenig Elmiger FT300 standard rifle and it's shooting Lapua 6BR 90 grain factory ammunition. The distance is 600 yards, which is about 550 meters. The course of fire is 60 shots for record, split into three 20-shot stages. This is the last stage. Compared to 300 meters, a mid-range match is more about the skillful handling of the wind. At almost twice the distance, the effective wind on the bullet quadruples. On the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you can see real-time images of the mirage downrange as well as the wind flags. I use these indicators to keep up with the direction of the wind. At the moment, both the mirage and the flags are moving left. As expected, the first sighter lands to the left, just out of the 10 ring. So moderate left mirage and flags, resulting in mid-9 ring deflection. I will now shoot the second sighter without adjusting the sight, in order to confirm the correlation between these conditions and the point of impact.
I'm telling you, I haven't shot, and there's a shot on five. Okay, you're both excited. Right. I just want to let him know he shot at five.
The correlation has been confirmed. Now I adjust the rear sight. I click 8 times to the right, which on the central spy rear sight is about 0.6 MOA. It's a conservative correction, about half of what I need to reach the center. I can further fine-tune it on subsequent shots. I also move 2 clicks down since I'm shooting a bit high. Left wind tends to raise the point of impact a bit, and right wind lowers it. The third sighter is a 10 o'clock X. I move 2 more clicks to the right and 1 click down. This makes for 10 clicks right total, which is a bit under a minute. The 1 minute left wind is the predominant condition on this stage. It's indicated by left mirage moving at a deliberate pace and a 45-degree near flag. Something just changed. Even though the near flag keeps blowing to the left, the mirage has come to a boil and seems to want to go right. Once you've identified a predominant condition, you want to always shoot in this condition. Therefore, I now wait for the mirage to resume moving leftward. Note how I'm looking left and down at the eyepiece of the spotting scope to my left. This is how I observe the mirage. The spotting scope is set up so that I can easily see the image without moving much. The video of the mirage that you see on screen is recorded by a separate camera. While I wait, I keep the gun in my shoulder at all times. I'm a slow shooter. Not having to re-shoulder the rifle allows me to respond to condition changes as quickly as possible. The mirage has resumed moving left, and I now shoot the fourth sighter. Which turned out to be an X. I'm ready to go for record, but I make a mistake here. I thought I clicked on the begin record button, but in reality I missed it. I'm still in sighting mode, but I'm not aware of this. The mirage starts boiling again. I wait. Notice how I'm often squinting when looking into the scope. This makes it easier to tell which direction the mirage is flowing. The trick to seeing the direction of mirage is not to focus on any particular detail, but to look at the entire image as a whole. I see a general slowdown in the mirage, so I dial the sight back a little bit to be safe.
Irons are tough. And I lost most of these points just to if my head teams, I start leaning forward, and then the sight looks good.
That water line 8.
Comes out
That was beautiful. It was a pinwheel 8.
The fifth shot lands high, which could be due to wind. On this range, we're shooting through a canyon, which results in a lot of head and tail winds. These winds sometimes cause elevation changes in the point of impact. I try to avoid shooting when I observe longitudinal winds, but it's hard to catch all of them. I hesitate, because the near flag is starting to blow right, and the mirage also changed direction. On this range, the mirage is a more reliable indicator of the wind than the flags. Of the flags, the near flag seems to be the most useful one. The mirage and flag have resumed moving left. I dial the sight back to 10 clicks right.
All out, Marco.
One-way hotel?
Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe it was me. Luckily, it's still a 10. Whenever the cause of a flyer is uncertain, I always make a small correction to keep myself in a 10 ring should I get the same flyer again. You don't want to dial the full value, because if whatever caused your flyer is corrected, your next shot will become a flyer in the opposite direction. This is part of the sight adjustment strategy I described in my rifle shooting seminar series.
Nice shooting. Another 197. This time with 11x.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, thanks, George.
A beautifully executed center X. Unfortunately, this is when I realized that I'm not in record mode. I just shot 3 more sighters than I needed, and that X didn't count. Now I'm a bit short on time to finish the stage.
What's that?
I'll be damned. I got you by 1.
All right.
What's in a blue moon?
For those unfamiliar with the American NRA 600-yard target, in terms of angular measurement, the X ring here is about 80% the size of the 10 ring on a 300-meter target. The 10 ring here is about 80% the size of the 300-meter 9 ring.
What do you need?
He scored it. I just need a signature. No big deal.
The conditions have been kind to me through these opening record shots. The wind is very consistent.
What target you on? 3, okay. I got you.
Another elevation shot. I make a small correction, just in case it happens again.
No, I saw only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What is Oh yeah, it's like he really got into it a little bit too. That's crazy. Peter John won that. He shot shit on Friday. Years.
Okay, so I've been low for the last 3 shots. It's unlikely due to my shooting. There's some conditioning out there that's pushing the bullet downward. I move an additional 2 clicks up. The firing line is experiencing significant wind, so much so that my mirage band is fluttering. I usually hold off until the wind dies down at the firing line. It's just too risky to shoot. The wind at the firing line picks up again. Let's wait some more. You might have noticed that I sometimes blink when a shot breaks. If you blink in anticipation of the shot, it's definitely a bad thing, and you would not be accurate. But here I'm blinking in reaction to the shot, which I can get away with. Still, it's not good follow-through, and I try to overcome it in my training. My last couple shots are high on the X-ring. Evidently, the mysterious condition that was previously pressing down on the bullets has disappeared, and the upward corrections that I made to compensate for it are now causing the shots to trend high. I underestimated the wind speed a little bit. The near flag is higher than usual. I dial left a couple clicks. 2 clicks on this side is only worth 1/6 minute. I do these small adjustments only to reduce the chances of getting a 9. I don't rely on it to get back into the X-ring. That would still have to come from good shot execution under the correct condition.
Well, good seeing you again, huh? Yeah, see, that's this time. Yes, it doesn't belong anywhere. Yes, I'm having fun. Doesn't work. Take care, huh? Well, good to see you, buddy. Have a safe drive back, okay? Thank you. All right, buddy. Good to see you, man. See you guys. I'll come in if I got chips.
Yes, on the Swiss A100 target, this would have scored 100.
Senor, my hand's a little wet. Good man, good shooting, dude. Keep it up. Kick ass, good man. Yeah, what's with him, man? He's good too. You going up to Yeah, next week, yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
I finally decided to do something about the high shot placement. Another snafu. The rear sight is mounted too close to the lens on my shooting frame. On the first 2 stages, it just missed hitting the lens. On the 3rd stage, however, my head is just a tiny bit more forward on the cheek piece, and the rear sight started impacting the lens regularly. Eventually, the lens holder fell off, and the lens is scratched. After the match, I will be moving the rear sight forward 1 centimeter. For now, I can do without the lens. It helps a little, but not that much. I was lucky to get this X. While I was aiming, a gust picked up near the firing line, and the flag is now blowing right. Fortunately, the shot broke before this change fully emerged, and it still landed in the X-ring, albeit on the right edge. And what a gust it is! Off camera to the right, I witness a rotating column of dust and dry leaves whirling by. This is the most dramatic the wind has been all day. I just need to wait it out.
Did you get any snow this year at Tehachapi?
No, not because.
Not really, huh?
It's maybe.
And he went real quick, though.
Yeah. It probably snowed a foot, but it didn't stick.
Yeah. How about the rain? Not much, huh?
Still got your third batch, right?
probably got
It doesn't matter. I'm shooting.
It's windy, all
my
right.
rifle's 5 o'clock is like loose. And I cannot.
Does it blow from the Mojave or from down here?
And once the wind happens, I don't know the difference between it being the wind.
From Mojave.
It's warm, but
Man, it's strong. It tears shingles off the roof and stuff. Shit.
My very
nasty
first
sometimes.
rifle that I
Yeah.
shot.
My neighbor recorded it at over 80 miles an hour.
That's pretty heavy.
Not this last time, but he has in the
Yeah.
past.
To build.
Yeah, I hate that east wind.
Figured, why not? I'll shoot while I'm here.
Once again, patience pays off. I click a couple times left to bring the shots closer to center.
So, also, I don't think you should put so much pressure on yourself to be successful. So, David is the 900.
More waiting. There's so much wind that the Mirage camera is shaking.
I don't have a shot on you.
I think he might have hit on me.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. I'm not quite sure which indicator I should have paid more attention to. Perhaps the Mirage moved a little faster than usual, or perhaps the middle flag picked up. I move a couple clicks to the right and remind myself to be more rigorous about observing the conditions.
Did you get Giannis's crossfire?
I guess I'm trying to what I'm trying to say is don't let the enjoyment of it stress
I overheld there and had to abandon the attempt. This rifle is an ISSF legal standard rifle with a rather heavy 1.5 kilogram trigger and under 5.5 kilograms in total weight. Mid-range has no such requirements, but since my main discipline is 300-meter standard rifle, I try to stick to them. I see the Mirage has picked up speed. I dial a bit more to the right. Just in time for the Mirage camera to run out of battery. We'll have to do without it for the last 4 shots. Looks like the last correction wasn't needed. I dial it back. The wind is slowing down. I dial back a bit more. I'm running out of time here and executing these shots as quickly as I can. A bit more correction. Nothing wrong with chasing the spotter when you're in a hurry.
Finish your string, sir. Alright, number 5, right? Yep. Alright,
And the last shot is a center X. What a great way to wrap up the day. In today's match, I shot a 199 10x for the first stage, 199 11x for the second stage, and 199 14x's for the last stage. The final score is 597 35x's, first place among sling shooters and second place overall. Thank you for watching, and see you at the range.